Yeah, give me a chili dog too.
Okay. Total fee $80.79.
We'll just have to
And it'll be $20. Cut. And lean down a little more. Yeah. Don't move your head up too high either, just enough so we can see your face on the camera. I'm Kai Reinhard, and I am director for the film Burgers and Fries. I just created 2 characters and decided I'll just put them in a scenario together. One's going to be like a homeless street performer or whatever. The other one's going to his favorite fast food restaurant. And then just cross paths and see what happens from there. And I put a lot of just really random elements into it. Just make it interesting.
The cinematography that Kai kind of described to me that he wanted for this film was based off of the show Atlanta that he watches, which I've never seen before. So I should watch it. But he emphasized that he really wants framing to take priority over like camera movement and more things. Like he wants the framing to be more meaningful than anything else in the frame. Not anything else in the frame, but more meaningful than anything that other stylistic thing.
My character's Jonah. He's a nice guy. Just trying to help out, and also just trying to get a burger. He's a big fan of burgers.
I was lucky. It wasn't that difficult because I actually work at the place. So I just asked my manager, "Is like, can I work here?" He's like, "Or can I shoot here?" He's like, "Yeah, just let me know what time, and I'll be sure to be there to unlock it for you. And as long as it's before working hours," which I was lucky to do. In general, of course, I'd have to ask for a permit and talk to a manager and have to be constantly emailing back and forth. But yeah, like I said, I got lucky.
My name's Andrew. I'm the general manager of Bake Homemade Pizza. I let everybody work here today to film. It was kind of fun listening in and seeing what you guys were doing. So I appreciate you guys filming here and not making a mess. But thank you again and have a good day.
I want everything to feel natural, kind of like in a sense that like the camera angles are definitely there, but I want the camera to kind of like move in a, I guess I'm trying to think of how to say this. I guess I want you to not notice that it's being shot from a camera. I want all the focus to be on the 2 main characters, not on anything around it really necessarily. The focus is, yeah, the whole thing is on the 2 actors the whole time. So if the camera moves in any way that distracts you from that focus and brings attention to any events that are happening in the background, then that's not what I want. Anything that, yeah, and it doesn't have to be super like perfect set frame like a picture either. It could just place the camera in front and nothing too super stylized. It was pretty natural. The first draft itself I thought was good enough to work with. Just a few like super minor adjustments, specifically just with dialogue and a few actions. And then besides that, yeah, the script kind of just wrote itself.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was like a short, kind of short, and I mean not really sweet, but like a short, you know, kind of funny script. I liked it.
Even though the script's about a robbery, it's more dialogue than action. Not that I've read it.
Okay, there we go. Figured it out. Why is the battery so low?
Do you have a charger with you?
Nope.
Well, when I worked on Kai's film, it didn't go so well, not gonna lie. The sound machine died really quick. So I left after like 20 minutes.
The audio recorder kept draining batteries halfway through, so like I did not get much audio done, which was kind of not fun.
I had a similar problem on Gray Sunrise 2, which was never released because all the sound was terrible. Because we filmed it at Gilson. And yeah, the clips were yeah. I had the torn up shirt. Yeah, that was that.
What was the plot of Gray Sunrise 2? I'm interested. Did he get a job?
Well, Pearson's character, who I believe was named Redder-Tie, he wrote a book about our failure to, you know, basically the entire plot of the first Gray Sunrise, and he didn't give any credit to my character, and so my character was homeless, and then my character assaulted him. Yeah, yeah. It's a really great story.
Cool.
Yeah. It's a shame it didn't get made.
So I guess, do you have any expectations for Saturday's shoot in regards to maybe improving the sound and just the kind of general vibe you hope to have on the set?
I mean, I hope to be able to do it this time. And if I can't, I hope to be able to get into school and get another one. So I'm going to have Kai get at least 2 recorders. Because that would just make sense.
But I'm recording on the same day.
Do you only have 2 audio recorders?
Yep.
Yeah, we only have 2 audio recorders.
I mean, I do, like, I'm not, like, super, like, method. I mean, I'm just, like, a guy who gets called to these sets to do things. But I do enjoy, like, being like, oh, like, this is, like, who my person would be. So I'm going to try to, like, act like, I do suggest sometimes, like, things that I think that the person I'm supposed to be would do.
Expectations for this film, of how you hope it goes, or?
No, not really. I'll be there when I need to be there, and I'll act when I need to act.
Our 2 stars are not here. Danny is half an hour late, doesn't remember what he's supposed to wear, and Meryl is unresponsive. So we might have to just make a horror movie trailer about someone who comes to rob a store that no one's in.
Yeah, and I fucking kill Center and eat it.
When you have a role like that where you're not, a major part, you're not one of the main character, second main character, whatever, you do have to just, make your person stand out, because otherwise they're not really focusing on you. So in Kai's film, for those who have seen it, they know that the character I'm playing is robbing a place, but doesn't have a real gun. It's just his finger. So it's a lot of comedic things. So I have to make it very comedic. And that's how I think I can stand out in this film, especially, is if I show a little bit of comedic range with my character. I think that will really show the, I don't know where I'm going with this.
Kai's holding my family hostage, that's why I'm here.
I see.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't agree to this.
Not on camera!
Oh, I'm sorry. He's not holding my family hostage. That was not a joke, but I'm just not gonna. Yes, Senator.
I mean, from what I was aware of, they didn't actually need me on set because they had Molly doing the work. But I was like, hey, Kai, I want to show up because I'm bored and I had nothing to do. And he was like, okay. And then Molly didn't show up, so it worked out just fine. And personally, I think I did a better job than she did. So, I think, just my opinion.
This is my first time being a boom op. I don't do a lot of push-ups, so my arms definitely got tired pretty quickly, but I managed. It was okay.
For the 20 minutes that you
Yeah,
were
for
there.
the 20 minutes. I made it work.
Now you see the wild director attempting to wrangle in his actors.
Attempting is the key word.
Attempting.
Hey, Dan.
What's that? Look at
Look at that, he's a real actor showing up in his sunglasses. Why the sunglasses?
I don't know why those were there. It was really nice out that day.
Yeah.
So what I use Uta Hagen's 6 steps to acting. I don't know if you're aware of Uta Hagen, but she is a famous actress. She made 6 steps on how to act. And I use Uta Hagen's 6 steps. I don't remember what they are, but I definitely use them.
Yeah, this is going well. I just showed up here. I don't know why I'm here. I'm a move operator. I make or break the film.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
I'm essential.
You are not in focus.
I don't have a lot of experience with camera movement or lighting, so I'm excited to kind of play with that. And since Kai's giving me a lot of leeway on what I can do, I think that it'll give me a great opportunity to kind of experiment and try new things with that. And like additionally, kind of just like in a new setting that I haven't really been in before, and I get to like kind of learn how to react and deal with different settings in places where you can't really move certain things around, you know, like a oven.
Yo, I'm afraid of heights. This, you call
How
that
do I get down?
Girl, that's on top of my camera.
Well, like, obviously my head isn't where my feet are, so I'm like...
You're on a ladder, step down.
Okay, it's lunch. I'll allow you in first, Meryl. It's easier. Put this in.
What is it? Can I touch it?
Yeah, I'm not seeing that.
Well, you see, I've actually robbed 15 pizza stores in the last 2 days to get into character. So just like to see like reactions. I shot myself a couple times in the chest just to see how it felt. Because as we, you know, I'm a method actor, so I'm actually going to die for this role. So we have one shot to get that shot right, and if it doesn't work. So yeah, that's how I've been prepping.
And how about you, Danny?
Well, what I've been doing is I've just been getting into character by being in a deep state of depression. So I've been sitting in a 2-foot pool of lukewarm water in my basement, and occasionally throwing corpses into the pool, rat corpses of course, throwing them into the pool, inhaling some of that water, and exhaling it, and really getting into character, really getting into my depression.
I haven't actually, no. I try to use new actors every time. Sometimes after you work with the same actors in a while, there's only so many roles one actor can do. Right. Especially as like a teenager in high school, so.
What? I would have actually probably if you weren't dating someone and then we could have had like a red out.
Yo, that's sick. Can I see that?
Next time. Next.
Guys, are we ready to shoot? Meryl, Lydia.
I think makeup. Okay, good.
Let's look.
That's gonna be.
He needs his hair messier than that. He's a bum.
There?
You gotta fix the front. His front he had it all up.
It looks good in the front, but not the back.
It's like a mullet.
No, he's talking.
Better.
Honestly, when I was younger, I thought a mullet was like that big bun. Like your sunglasses.
I took this program at Columbia Chicago over the summer, and I actually took like an actual college course on directing actors, and so part of that was like learning how an actor thinks and like how some actors think, and then like building on that. Once you know how an actor thinks, you can then direct them well. And so I think a lot of you know, how I play a character now is all based on the director, and you know, if there's you know, good enough direction, I feel like it really brings the character out. I mean. My teacher there, she said there aren't any bad actors, there's only bad directors. And so, yeah.
Scene 3, take 4. Action. Alright, keep it rolling.
Fucking damn it. Oh, keep it rolling.
I tend to just stay quiet as an actor, and I try not bother the director.
Okay.
Danny, stop it!
Shut the fuck up! Okay.
The main thing that I stress though is feeling first, and then they'll get the lines second. So as long as you know how your character's supposed to feel and how they're supposed to act, it really doesn't matter what the lines specifically say, as long as you can say something like it. Because when you get the lines wrong in a film and it still sounds right, the audience is not going to know that that's what was on the script. They're not going to care or notice. But when a character or an actor is acting completely different from how they're supposed to in that scene, then that's noticeable and that's bothering, and that's just not good acting at all.
Scene 3, this is still take 4. Action. Danny! Alright. We're still action.
I'll take you.
Okay. And anything for you?
Yeah, sure. Okay, all right. Give me two double bacon cheeseburgers, everything on them, and then give me give me three large fries.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, give me a chili dog.
Okay. Your total will be 80.79. Camera battery died. We don't have a charger for it or an extra battery, so we're going to use the camera that I'm talking to right now to finish this movie off.
Alright, so the rest of this document's gonna be shot on an iPhone, so that's pretty lit. Swag, remember to smash that like button come friend days.
Woo! I just make jokes all the time. That's all I do. That's all I do whenever I'm crewing or acting, and sometimes to the detriment of the film, because I'm not helping out because I'm just being an a-hole.
I just goof off. Just lots of goofing around, distracting other people on the set. Mostly that, yeah, I'd say.
Mike first?
Yeah.
Alright. That's a slap. That's all me, baby.
Alright, I see how it's said. Woo! No.
Yeah. How you gonna do that, huh?
No. This game sucks. I hate this game. I hate this game. Wait, I want to see these cartoon. Oh!
It was the trump card. And
What?
The trump card.
I don't know. I just try and imagine myself in that situation, and I learn what the director wants from me in that situation, and I'd sort of try and adapt that to myself and how I feel like I would act in that situation. So I feel like most characters that I do are sort of based on me in some way.
I want you standing the way you were when you had the shades on. Or just like, yeah, arms crossed.
Should I talk here? No.
Yes, I love that.
Usually what I'd like to do and what I try to do is put actors in their places and tell them how they're feeling before I actually show them their lines. So I want them to already have an idea of what they should say before I actually tell them what it says for them to say on the script. And if I'm doing a good enough job telling them how they're supposed to feel and anything, then the lines should come pretty naturally to them.
Okay. Alright, can I have 2 double bacon cheeseburgers with everything on? And 3, can I get 3 lunch fries?
Okay, anything else?
Sure. Yeah, can I get a chili dog too?
Okay, your total will be 80.79. Oh, okay. That'll be $20. Thank you. Cut.
Okay. Let's do it again.
Okay.
For the lighting, Kai didn't really give me any specifics or direction on that, so I think that I'll be able to kind of get to really experiment with whatever I want and kind of take control over that.
Oh, I'll get this and this and this and all that jazz.
And all that jazz.
Okay, so give me...
Yeah, it's like Benny the
Hey, Tyler?
Yeah.
I set the ISO.
Benny and the
I'm not
Sets.
entirely sure.
Ooh, yo! I like that.
Maddie.
The pull I was handed specifically for this shoot is actually a very light pull. It was also slightly broken, so I had to sort of hold it together throughout the entire shoot, and that was probably more stressful than actually lifting like the physical object. But I have seen boom operators on larger productions with these like 12-foot long boom poles hopping over like fences and crap trying to get this dialogue. So I see that and I go, my life isn't really that bad.
Nobody's ready. Hey guys, I'm ready. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys.
Hey guys!
I know I'm a female and all, but like.
You just gotta yell at me.
There's definitely not a flash
Okay, ready? I'm ready.
Guys!
Fire on set! Rolling sound! Speed! On
Speed.
camera!
This is scene 3D, take 2. This is scene 3D, take 3.
We're having fun out here.
Oh!
Oh, wait. Action.
Hi. Can I stick to usual?
Okay. And anything for you?
Okay, can I get 2 large double bacon cheeseburgers with everything on them? And can I get 3, can I get 3 large fries?
Anything else?
Sure. Can I get a chili dog too? Please.
Okay. Your total will be $80.79. Be $20. Thank you. Cut.
So far, everything's been pretty smooth with post-production, which is surprising because normally I find it to be very stressful. I've given myself a lot of time this time around before actually shooting. I have my location secured pretty easily. I know all the props and equipment I need, and I have all my actors secured more than a week before the film. So I'm hoping, as long as everyone knows for sure what they're going to do on set, which I'm stressing for, things should move pretty smoothly.
We're looking for a white paper bag.
Hey, do you think the restaurant
Do you
across the
ever
street might have
feel
one?
like a white glass bag? For sure you will win on this stuff. Like, you know, do you ever touch plastic bag off the car? Do you ever feel anything? DSLR. It's okay, someone's slapping the ass last
I need to search for a picture. Sometimes you gotta use the environment to make your film. So I might have to fabricate a paper bag out of materials. I don't know what the plan is. I'm just a boom operator, man. I'm not here. I don't make props. I did the plan. Kai, I think we're out of luck, man. We gotta go next door.
Big bulk of the film takes place in this restaurant and outside around the restaurant. So yeah, I got to make sure I get everything right. It's not a lot of too complicated angles. Yes, there are a lot of different angles, but none of them are so difficult to set up. So I'm hoping that with the time I'm allotted, I'll be able to get all the shots together. But yeah, I'm doing a storyboard. My director of photography is doing a storyboard too. And as long as my actors know all the roles and places they need to be, then everything should flow pretty smoothly.
Alright, Mel. No, stop. Listen, I know we're tired. It's 1 more hour, and I know we're not finish the scene. We're not even gonna finish the scene.
It's okay. Kai, I'm sorry. Kai, was it partially my fault?
Yes.
It's on the rock.
Yeah, but then we also have to sit here waiting for Meryl too, so I guess it's not completely your fault.
It's mostly Meryl.
But whose fault was it not?
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
I am the king.
If it's not an Oscar-worthy film, I will be disappointed. I will sue. That's all I have to say on that.
All right, so it's, we start early in the morning, not a lot of energy.
And our actors didn't show up.
Yeah, well, they're here now, but for not enough time, we don't have enough time to finish the whole scene. So when we have,
He's filming something.
so when we have enough energy to finish, we're gonna reshoot. What?
Can I go?
Yeah.
Okay.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Hi, host.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably try to reshoot next weekend.
What time is it?
right now, I think my overall impression of this film is that everybody here is completely professional. I think they've all done their very best, but the script is shit. So, look, man.
I don't think you were joking.
Wait, no, I was joking. Other way around. Script is good. I'm a boom operator, okay? I'm not paid to be happy about me.
So I didn't get to act today, which is really upsetting because I ended up I lost 50 pounds this role and then gained back 75.
Because of the depression.
That wasn't for the role. That was just me being really hungry, so I ate like 15 pizzas on the way here. And it's really upsetting when, you know, I take my job very seriously, as you can tell. And when people don't act professional on a set, it really grinds my gears.
Who isn't acting professional on set?
You are, Kai! Okay!
You're wearing two different pictures.
I woke up at 8 o'clock, and then 8:15, and then 8:50 for this job!
Don't blame Ty for professional.
This is my life!
Respect your ass. Don't blame
This is my life!
You can't even tie your shoes and they're Velcro.
I'm going to Harvard Community College to act!
Velcro shoes.
All I wanted was my big break!
I went to Juilliard of Northwestern.
Why did I decide to make this documentary? Well, I kind of wanted to show just how chaotic film sets can be and how even the best laid plans can go awry. I think there's this, you know, sort of misconception that the director is this sort of genius, this god who like presides over everything and everyone, you know, listens to him or her and, you know, bows down to their vision. You know, and for example, with Kai, I've worked with him before. He's a great guy and he's a great director. But I don't think there's been a single film I've worked on with him that didn't have something go wrong. You know, none of them went smoothly. So with this film, you know, just by, you know, showing Kai at work on set, you know, I'm not rooting for his failure or anything. That's too cruel. But you know, I'm almost hoping something goes wrong just so that, you know, it helps prove my thesis.
You would never actively interfere on set.
No, of course not. I would never do that.